Warhawk is my least favorite.
Warhawk,
Of the blitzes, I think Octane's better than Warhawk.
Really?
I'm
a big fan of, I'm a big fan of Warhawk just as a map in general, but I can totally get the sentiment there. Octane provides some pretty cool opportunities there for touches and stuff like that. So even though both maps kind of do, I don't know, I'm kind of indifferent on it. Freight hands down. Freight won me over in the EG or Cole TK matchup at MLG Columbus. That Freight like pretty much won me over.
Yeah.
Blitz won me over at
Freight's
that
just so
event.
fast-paced, man, and even with the Vector, it still works just because of how fast you can be in it.
Yeah.
You know, Warhawk's more like you get rewarded for sneaking and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, even Octane's kind of like a little bit of a mix because of the open space. I can totally get that.
Yeah, if there was less lanes, it'd be fine.
Well, I don't know. Octane for me, I mean, I get that, you know, visually, or at least we're thinking about it in a lane format, but my goodness, that middle is just a cluster. Like, I just feel like there's just a lot of opportunities for crossing there that you just wouldn't find in other traditional 3-lane maps. But looking here, as Saints is going to connect with one, and he's going to get the double on that one as well. That's going to be a good play for him, of course. Have to play this one smart. Can he follow through with the triple? No, he actually. Oh,
they all spawned on him, too. That is unfortunate. All 4 members spawning there. The influence not doing enough. He's going to have one guy who's going to get taken out. His teammates, however, all turtled up in their base. So now they actually have to work to gain middle ground once again. That's a little bit of a misread by them. I think they were expecting an overextend just because of where he was, but they all spawned in the back corner, which is something you don't see often.
They won it immediately back, though, Scott. I mean, bear this in mind. Like, Study just, you know, and Saints also pushed up pretty much together at that time. That was a brilliant play there, honestly. They were able to get so aggressive on them, but Study, unfortunately, is going to get picked off. And that is going to leave, actually, and you're looking here, right? You have Replays is pushed up a little past that 50-yard, more toward Pond, so that's good for them. And there's just going to be that pressure. So at this point, I mean, Replays' job is simply just to call out. That's it. He's just going to call out, try and see if he can get some connections, and stay up as long as he possibly can and give eyes for the middle of the map.
Yeah, and, you know, you get Steady pushing through. Replays is just seriously going to anchor. And I love how everyone is starting to use the thermal here on Octane. On respawns, it makes the most sense because no one is going to run incog in a respawn, period. Your soldier sucks when you have to run him, especially in a respawn.
Yep. Incog obviously makes a lot of sense in game types like Search and Destroy.
Oh, yeah.
But in respawn, it's like you're prioritizing other things over that because of the pace of the game.
Precisely.
So looking here to see what Replays is going to do. He's going to get that long pick there. And again, that's just when that thermal is just going to come in handy there, right at those long-range shots. I mean, sure, yeah, you have a red dot, but that little added range there is definitely going to be a boost. Replays actually finding one, and we are going to have a score there, as a matter of fact. And Study and Zuma are going to be the two that put one down on the board here. Saints is going to be hanging around right by the goal, and he's going to slide in, and yes, he'll get it, making it 3-1 right now on the count. With Denial in the lead.
Look at this. They actually have one more guy sitting there. That is a humongous kill. They took out the 2 people who were getting ready to just set up a complete camp. And J Rich is going to go for the sneak here.
Oh, J Rich, though, he had to get that first kill, though, so that he could put his attention on that player to the left. And he did not connect with those shots in time. Thus, that ended up costing him there. Saint trying to stay up. Let's see what the Jersey Hero could do here as he gets picked off. And Zuma will be the one to take out Saint in that turn. But there's going to be a score there, making it 4-1. Study with that pick, or with that goal, I should say. And he's going to extend that lead for Denial just a little bit more.
Yeah, and Zuma's going to get cleaned up as well. So Mud Dog really just trying to get a bearing here on this map. He has no presence at all. 4 and 6 means you're playing entirely too slow. Doesn't matter if you have an AR, you have to be getting up in the action. Study has had more engagements than Mud Dog, which is something that you should not be seeing at all. Mud Dog needs to get up in the action.
Well, he's making his way over to the middle, and he's putting some good suppressing fire. He is able to take out Saints there.
He just 2-bolted him.
Huh? Yeah, he did.
I'm so used to watching online that I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a warrior. You know? Like, I'm like, oh, wow, that's actually what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's such a warrior. All right, so with 23 seconds left in this first half here of Octane Blitz, Replays challenges or Saint challenges and wins, of course. And Saint looking to apply that pressure, though, but is going to get stopped by a double from Zuma. Zuma, of course, just having a great series thus far, but looking to pretty much try and shut this one out as best he possibly can. They ended up coming up big, too, from the bad side as well, which I think is pretty good there for Denial, too.
Yeah, that's really big. 3 cap differential here going in. I mean, that's nothing in regards to blitz at all.
Yeah.
But, I mean, looking at it, I didn't really see anything from Vexx where I would say, oh, yeah, they have this. They have to just be way more aggressive. The whole, you can have like 1-person turtle. Like if you just put Mud Dog like top broken with a thermal, cool, whatever, do that, all right? Or like top motel, just sitting there hanging out and rotating back and watching his flag, okay, fine. But the other 3 people need to be pulling out subs and getting constant pressure on the enemy. They had no map presence.
Yeah, that's true. And like you pointed out at the middle part of the game there, Mud Dog, again, just hasn't really gotten to that many engagements. But, you know, and his teammates are pushing up. But I don't know, just something about the way that Vexx is playing just feels a little off to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know what it is.
Well, this is looking amazing for Denial here as they are still set up. You're going to have Zuma just watch everyone overextend, and that's exactly what they should be doing in this scenario. They're not worried about getting control of their home base. They're just going for the overextend, but Replay's shutting it down. He knows there's even one more person over there. Finally, he's going to be taken out, but he does have a teammate at home to watch it, and they're going to get another cap out of this. So the overextend, which was the right play to do, got shut down because Replays came up huge.
Yeah, now looking around to see what's going on here, and sorry about that, is Jay Rich. We're going to stick with him. He's going to continue to push up here, seeing if he can find something. The enemy has scored, but it is going to be a 6-point lead here for the time being for the boys over in Denial as we go and jump over to them. Saints 16-9. Study 9-11, but with 6 caps, though, Gandhi. You got to talk about that.
That's huge. I mean, Study's always been this player who we've always known as being, like, inconsistent. Sometimes he does the objective. Sometimes he doesn't. No team really. On Envy, he didn't really have, like, a set play style at all. He was kind of like their Slayer. And now on this team, he's adapted because he has 3 talented players on his squad that he can just be like, okay, you know, I'm just going to go for the objective here and get in my gunfights that way. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. And then the other thing, too, is, you know, worst-case scenario, and this is why I really like Denial because, you know, Replays, he's a really, really talented player. I mean, you know, he hasn't had that many opportunities, I should say, to really flex his muscles, but he is a great player, very knowledgeable, studies the game, puts a lot of work in. And on top of that, you tell him to play objective, he'll play objective. You tell him to slay, you know, he'll slay. I mean, that's just the kind of guy he is. You pair him up with a guy like Saints, who, like you said, you just set him loose and let him have fun. And that's exactly what he's going to do here. He's currently going to be 21-9 at this time. And he's playing this one. He's playing this one beautifully here as he's just going to get right behind him. And he could have gotten that double there if it worked out well for him. But that won't matter because he is going to get the goal, making it 10-4. 6-point game here presently for Denial. They have the lead. They're controlling this game. Saints, he's 23-9. I mean, again,
he's going to just keep climbing. And one of the main reasons why is because he's such a fast player, and he's saying, you know what, I'm going to take steady aim over the red dot on the vector. And I think that's exactly what Saints should do. If he can get if he's used to the iron sight, he should 100% use that in every single map because he's so fast. He gets in everyone's face. That's something that, you know, you would kind of like to see someone like Aches or even, you know, Scump start to use. But, I mean, Scump, he's a beast with the vector as it is with the red dot. But you got to think, as many engagements as he gets into, those steady aim shots really help.
Yeah, that's true. Study opting actually to take out the MTAR here. And
I haven't seen it in so long. I miss it.
I miss it so. It's a great gun.
It really is.
And but yeah, and looking here to see what Vexx is doing. Vexx actually is going to get a score. That will be Jay Rich there with his 3rd. He's going to put that one through. But meanwhile, Saints pushing up. He's going to connect with that one. Like you said, that confidence there with that vector iron sights really is just showing off as he just continuously pushes up, gets aggressive. Study finding one and going for the long range with the
he's crazy.
Opting to just slide right into that goal there. That's going to make it 12-5, 7 points now as Denial continues to add on to this one. That's right. It is pretty much going to be done at this point. You have about a minute on the clock. It takes you, you know, about, 10 seconds for that to reset. So even if they cap all the caps they possibly can at this time, Vexx will not be able to win this game. Denial will take game number 3 here and the momentum going in to our domination matchup on Sovereign.
You see how Saints just popped around that corner there and didn't even attempt the L trigger? He was just spraying?
Yeah.
That's how strong steady aim is, dude. You can just do anything with it. And Saints should be able to hit 30 kills here, and you know, that's a little bit demoralizing there for the Vexx squad. I mean, you're coming off of a big 6-5 win in Search and Destroy. You would expect that momentum to carry into this Blitz. And how many times do we see the team who wins the Game 3 actually win the series regardless of what the score is?
But the thing is, too, Scott, and you got to point this out, the slaying power on the side of Denial is absurd.
It's insane.
Look at the scoreboard. I mean, it pretty much just reflects right there. He wants to go for this 30 bomb so bad. He's just waiting for this dude to like, challenge around. And he gets it. All right, way to go, Saint. He gets 30 bomb on that one. But, again, look at those statistics there from Denial, Gandhi. Like, you got Saint dropping a 30 bomb, Zoom at 23, Replays 25. Replays shut it down in the mid, you know, in any cross that.
Oh, yeah, that overextend was amazing.
That
was the play of the game.
I mean, it just beautifully played.
Yeah.
Beautifully played. But, yep, so Vexx has to get back to the drawing board on this one.
See, he even puts on chapstick like maybe.
Yeah, then maybe maybe it was him in another life. So it seems like Vexx is getting up to go to the bathroom here. So we will go to a break, and when we come back, we're gonna have game number 4. Sovereign Dom.
It's gonna do 2.
What were you gonna do?
I thought it was game 2. No, I thought it was game 2.
As you can see, we are a little tired.
Late.
Here. It is late, way past our bedtimes because we're old. All right, guys, we'll see you in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Game number 4, Sovereign Dom. I'm going to do a Gandhi. See you soon.